we got to know about this when I was just teaching here in Nairobi. I was employed by the Teacher Service Commission of Kenya to teach in secondary school. Mathematics and physics are my subjects. And so we were moving on, and we had a lot of stress because of the pocket. So this is when we got an angel coming to our house and gave us this opportunity that you're going to be given for our guests for the very first time. So welcome everybody. And I believe we are all going to have fun. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the presentation. So God bless you so much. I want to invite Josphat to take over.
All right, thank you so much. And then good evening, everyone. I'm happy to see all of us. Thank you for sparing your evening time to be with us. I can assure you it will be life-changing. It has happened to so many of us. For the people who are seeing this for the very first time, I want to say thank you so much. And even for trusting the person who invited you to be here with us. Yes, Kariuki Josphat is my name, as Pearose has mentioned. I happened to have been a lecturer in the university before this opportunity. Someone will wonder then, why did we have to jump in when we had good jobs? A high school teacher for Pearose and myself in the university. Yes, 2 full-time jobs, but I'm sure we are well informed that jobs will give you a living, but opportunities will give you a fortune. So we didn't need that fortune, and I wanted to give our children the best life ever possible. So Pearose was more interested with one of the things that we'll be talking about here, that is health. I was personally more interested with the building wealth, because I'm not allergic to money. That is the reason why I pursued education so seriously. But then I realized that my jobs could not give me the chance to achieve my dreams. So that is the reason why we came on board. And it's so exciting to say this, that at a very early age, we were able to fire our bosses, both Pearose and myself. And today we celebrate and enjoy financial freedom as well as time freedom. So I am privileged to be the one to show us the opportunity, and then after that, I'll invite our guest speaker. We have a very, very special guest speaker all the way from Uganda. And so allow me to share my slides. I will do it in a way that everyone here will be able to understand the concept. So here we go. Right. So that is it. We are saying that before we even think of money, your health is your greatest wealth. I never knew this when I was starting, but today I am telling you I can never think of money before health, because it doesn't make sense to make all the money and to take that money to the hospitals. So in as much as most of us here could be interested with the money bit, let's know that our health is very, very critical. And 3 things will definitely affect your health. Sleep, if you don't sleep enough, if you don't exercise every day, if you don't eat the right stuff. And we say that everything you take into your mouth, you are either feeding disease or you are fighting disease. Let's be keen to fight diseases, not to feed them. There's this very simple guide from the World Health Organization, which shows us how we should eat. You know, we should do lots of exercises down there. Then we should eat whole grains to feed our cells. We should eat fruits and vegetables to boost our immunity. Eat very little of proteins, and up there we should avoid or take very little of sugar and fats. But do we do that? We often do the opposite. Let me stop sharing and reshare again because of someone who is drawing on my screen. Hoping that will not recur. So Instead of eating in the wellness triangle as shown on the left-hand side, you'll agree with me that we do the opposite. And sometimes if you think that we are, privileged, look at this young lady here, taking all the junk foods that can be available without knowing that she's shortening her lifespan. So what is the effect of that? You become a candidate of chronic diseases, which are clearing people today, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, or all this. And there's the tendency of one to think that I am still young, so this is not relevant. But I always say that prevention is better than cure. You don't want to be too late and say, I wish I knew. Now, we have a perfect solution when it comes to health. There's this God-sent gentleman, Jerry Brassfield, who came up with the idea of, fighting chronic diseases. He's Jerry Brassfield. He started a company by the name NeoLife in 1958. Those are over 63 years ago. And now the company has spread in over 56 countries. And one would wonder, how can a company survive for all those years? It's because of our strong values. We believe in honesty and integrity. We believe that people should be treated as the number one before anything else. Then products that work. I will be showing you that. Equal opportunity for all. Professors and those who never went to school, the very old and the very young, everyone who is conscious about their health and they want to live a wealthier life. And then it's a long-range vision. It's not something that is coming and going within no time. We are here to stay. That is why we could comfortably resign from our full-time jobs, because we are sure that our future is safe with this opportunity. And of course, we have the topmost scientists who do research in the products that we use to perfect our health, to make sure that they are best in nature and backed by science. So now look at this perfect solution. We're saying that we should do lots of exercises. No one will do that for you. But of course, we have some good products for weight management. I'll be mentioning that. Then because we don't eat the required amount of whole grains, we have TNN to fill in that dietary gap. For fruits and vegetables, we supplement with carotenoid complex, very many fruits and vegetables put together. Then we have omega-3 salmon plus, and also multi minerals and vitamins. Now, those ones are packaged in this packet here called Provitality. Now, a deep secret there. In the morning, you take the Provitality and you are filled in the dietary gaps that you would have in the course of the day. And that is for a whole month in that packet. For the young children who can't take solids, then we have it in liquid form, that is a equivalent. Very important to mention today, because of what is happening in the world, coronavirus, we have these products to fight that. They are on very high demand as we talk. I don't want to really talk about them so much, but you can see we have zinc, we have vitamin C, these are popular today. And for boosting your immunity, we have phytodefense. Now, moving forward, we've said we have weight management. You know, weight is a very good catalyst of all these other challenges, diabetes and the like. So we have powerful products to cut off weight. What I'm showing you here is a real example of what can happen if you use our weight loss program. This is Pearose on the left, before using the products, and on the right, after using the products. And of course, you can tell one looks very healthy, vibrant, and can run. And the other one looks like much older, you know, and not able to do much. So that's the power of our products. For our children, let's invest in their health. We have all those products for them. Then we have herbals. The easiest way of explaining this is that, ladies, you have hormones that need to be balanced throughout. If they are not balanced, then you get exposed to issues like breast cancer, cervical cancer, and others even get challenge of getting children. They are not able to get children because of hormonal imbalance. Of course, for us men, We know there is an enemy called prostate cancer and others. And you also want to remain as a man, throughout. So those are very powerful products for that. In our homes, we are always using detergents. Unfortunately, we use chemicals. Now, these ones are very natural. So you don't have the chance of inhaling chemicals as you interact with the detergents. So your health is taken care of. Our skin, why should you put chemicals on your skin when we have age-defying products for the skin? You want to look younger for longer. You want to confuse people, they can't guess your age. You don't want them to be asking you whether you are so-and-so when they think that you are the mother to that person, you know? You want to look younger for longer. And in our farms, we want to multiply the yields and to use organic, inputs instead of using chemicals, so that we are feeding from organic things, right? So this is the corn super and grow. It will literally boost your yields 3 times, and it will help your crops to survive even in dry seasons. Those who have used this have got powerful testimonies about the same. So now we have so many other products. We've just mentioned a few to paint that picture that when we say there is business, then we have products that we are using, tangible products. So when you use our products, you'll feel better, you look better, you live better. And now it makes sense to talk about money and enjoying lifestyle. Now, this is what made me to really come in. I was tired of working so hard, and the harder I worked, the broker I became. My income was getting finished before the month was over. I don't know in your case what gets finished before the other. I was tired of paying rent here in Nairobi. And I was tired of working, together with my students from the university. So I really wanted a change. And that's why I boarded this opportunity. And the exciting news is this: sometimes we surrender our dreams. We feel like they are not coming into reality. But I want to ask you to revive those dreams. You can be able to make a good amount of money from this opportunity, as I will show you, and you can drive the machines of your dream. You can travel around the world, and you can live in the best place that you ever thought of. So how does that work? First, you must really be realistic. How are you making your money? Are you using the limited avenue of being an employee? And you have to depend on someone to pay you at the end of the month. Now, that's very dangerous. That is the E, employed. Then we have self-employed people. People who start small businesses that cannot function if they are not there. But on the right-hand side, we have the who is who, big business builders who automatically become investors. Now, the right-hand side, they are the people who say, my money works for me, I don't work. And on the left-hand side, they live a limited life. They go on strike to be increased their salaries. They work for the people on the right-hand side, and they are the majority on the left-hand side. They are 95%. Now, the thing is this: who would want to move from the left-hand side to the right-hand side? I was asked that question on 17th of July 2010. Honestly speaking, I raised my both hands because I badly wanted to cross over to the right-hand side. And in case in this call, we have people who are already on the right-hand side, I want to plead with us. Why not grab the opportunity and you help the many, millions of people who are not able to get good jobs? They have jobs, but they are not able to live their dream life. Life is not just about ourselves, but also how we touch the society. So now, when you partner with NeoLife International, they give you support to build your independent business. In other words, they'll provide you with all the products that you need, all the online platforms. everything, delivery to wherever you want the products to be delivered, and therefore it becomes very easy. So this is what happens. You partner with the company directly. We don't have middlemen, and you pay a one-time fee of $89.70. Now, note the wording here. You are partnering with the company. They are not employing you. So you inherit all the research that they have done before you came in and so on and so forth, right? So now when you pay that, you get the value of that money. You get a kit. This kit has got an international license. Today, I've been able, together with Pearose, to build businesses in many countries using the same license that we were given 10, going to 11 years ago. Then you are given literature materials. So you'll not be doing the business without the knowledge that you need to have. Then you are given profitality. Remember the 4 products we talked about in that pack for a whole month. Honestly, you can see that the 89.70 Kenya shillings that you paid is really worth it. And I'll be using the language of points. It's very simple. Our payment system is very simple. Every product has got points. End of the month, those are the points that will be converted into money. So I'll focus on showing you how you can garner as many points as possible. And then it will be easy to understand how financial freedom comes in. Now, you're also given your own website, so it is easy to build businesses all over the world and free delivery anywhere in the country of those products. So now, once you have the profitality, the triangle that was upside down is now the right side up. And we can talk of now the business part. What is your work? If I tell you you'll make a lot of money and I don't show you what you will be doing, then there is something wrong. But we are saying here you're not given money for free. We work, but we work smart, not working hard. Use the products. Instead of buying stuff from supermarket, buy from your own shop, NeoLife now, and you get points. You meet people who want the products, but they don't want to partner with the company. So you become the link, and there you benefit twice. You get the points and you get profits. Why profits? When you are buying the products, you are given a discount, up to 25% discount. Now, number 3 is the big one, where you share the opportunity with friends who care, people who are dreamers like you. You ask them to come and partner with the company, but they will be coming through you. So the points they get, you also get. And finally, we'll be training you, we'll be equipping you so that you can become a master of your own business. Now, once you've partnered with the company, you've bought a few products, you have 100 points. Of course, you can have 1,000 or more, but let me use the simplest way of explaining. 100 points, you get a recognition as a qualified distributor. But after that, you are bringing your friends, and when you have 4 of them duplicating what you've done, partnering with the company and buying just a few products for 100 points, then you get those points, which totals to 500 points, and you're called a manager. In this organization, we get a lot of recognition. It's not like where we have come from in the employment sector where you are 100 recognized. So as a manager, you start getting something small, 2,500 or thereabout. You start more going up. Now that's the reality of any genuine business. And you are recognized with that pin. Now there are some people who will join, and even before they start bringing their friends, they've already bought products for about 250 points. You are also recognized as a manager, and that is a shorter path to becoming a manager. Now, as the 4 people climb to the level of manager, and you are bringing a few others, dreamers, not everyone will see this opportunity, and never be hurt if some people don't see it. Then you are called a senior manager, earning up to 25,000 Kenya shillings, and you get the recognition pin of senior manager. In a similar way, there is someone who will come on board and they do 500 points even before they start networking with friends, and they have also become senior managers. Now, when the 4 become senior managers, and you also have a few other managers, a few other distributors, then you are called a director, earning about 90,000 Kenya shillings every month. And you get a recognition pin of written director and so many other benefits, cash incentives, lifestyle, leadership school, world-class recognition and all that. And I'm so excited to say that every single month, we are getting so many people becoming directors. And true to it, they have been earning this kind of income, some going past six-figure income, just as brand new directors. So this is a reality. And in general, this is the path that you go through. I've just gone up to director, but note this, dear friends, that once you have helped one person to become a director like you, then you are able to earn more. You are called a software director earning in excess of 100,000. And at that point, let me mention this. We are not interested with bringing friends so that we earn the numbers. We are interested with bringing friends so that we mentor them to also become directors. So when you have helped 3 of them to become directors, then you are called a Ruby director earning over 200,000 Kenya shillings. And when you have 6 directors, then you are called a president team member and you're earning more than 500,000 Kenya shillings. Now, it sounds like, wow, all the way to president, how will I get there? But I want to mention this, that Pearose and myself, we came in the other day, 10 years ago now, going 11, and we were like, we didn't want to get to the top, but you see, you can't get to the top without starting. So we started very small in 2010, and in less than 3 years, to be precise, 2 years, 11 months, we were already at the top, being recognized as president team members. And this is a clear indication that whoever is here for the very first time, once you start, you will be able to take steps as, a step at a time, and you'll find yourself up there. When you see someone at the top of the tree, they were at the bottom some time back. So today you can see we are excited to have achieved our wildest dreams, driving the machines that we wanted, living in the places that we always dreamt of, and the rest is history. I can only say, most welcome to the club. That is the simplest way of showing you our opportunity. Don't complicate it. Take it as it is and you run with it. And tonight, we are pleased to present to us, a very special friend to Pearose and myself here. We've traveled around the world together. We are excited to change lives together. She joined the opportunity when she was still a student. She will give you her story. I don't want to preempt, but her story is so challenging. It challenges the young and the old, that you have no excuse as to why you should not be rich at an early age. And if you feel, oh, I should have joined earlier, please remember that it's never late, just like it's never too early. So I want to stop at that first and invite our guest speaker all the way from Uganda, a president team member. When I came in, I found her doing so well and she motivated me that I can do it. And our friends, you are lucky to hear from her being your first day. So Janet Bugembe, if you can hear me, please, you can take it from there.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me loud and clear?
We can hear you, we can see you. Take it over, Janet.
Okay, thank you very much, Pearose and Josphat. And to all the people on the call, I am very, very excited to be talking to you tonight from the comfort of my bedroom. Thanks to COVID, COVID has shown us better ways of doing things, and we can connect with the world at 8 p.m. East African time, and we can share wonderful stories across the world of what the NeoLife opportunity has done for us. So for all the people who are listening to me for the very first time on the call, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Janet Bugembe, and many people don't usually forget me because I share a name with 3 first ladies in East Africa. If you think I'm joking, you can check with Uganda. The first lady is called Janet. And then in Rwanda, the first lady is called Janet. And formerly in Tanzania, the first lady is called Janet Magufuli. So being a president's team member in NeoLife does not come as a surprise because it comes with being a president. Anyway, I'm a banker by profession. It simply means I did a course in banking and finance. And I'll tell you why, all my friends who are on the call. I admired people who worked in the bank because I thought they make a lot of money. In fact, I wanted to wake up one morning and I have to go to work to count money, to sit in money, to give out money, to receive money. So I was willing to work very hard in school. I went to one of the best schools in this country, in Uganda, and I did very well. I went into the best girls' school in this country, and I did very, very well with one simple goal: to get government sponsorship to study in Makerere University so that I could do a course in banking and finance. And I thank God that I was able to achieve all that. And I was able to finish my studies as a student and a banker as my profession. But along the way, when I was 19 years of age, that is when I was invited to come and have a look at an opportunity. At that time, I was looking for something to do, something where I could be in position to earn close to about maybe 1,500 Kenyan shillings. Because at the age of 19, I did not have any responsibility. I did not have any bills to pay. I was staying in my parents' house. I was in my long vacation waiting to start the university to study. At that, I was a government-sponsored student. So I just needed some little money for pocket change. When I came and saw the opportunity, I felt there was nothing to lose doing it, but everything to gain. So why not? After all, I wasn't busy. I was not studying at the time. And one of the things that changed my life, and all the people on the call, I think it's very, very important to take note. I attended an event where the most successful distributor in the world was being hosted in Uganda. And this gentleman spoke so clearly. And in my mind, I felt like he was talking to me. He said, if you start this business today and do it for the next 2 to 5 years, you can earn an extra 1 million Ugandan shillings. Now, 1 million Ugandan shillings is about maybe 30,000 Kenyan shillings, maybe just about that amount of money. Now, when I looked at myself, 19 years of age, 5 years down the road, if I was earning maybe 25,000 Kenyan shillings, my God, my life would be different. First of all, I would just be out of school. I would have got a job that is probably giving me maybe about 20,000. And here I was having an extra, wow, 25,000. I think I can do this. Then also the other thing that he said, that this opportunity was for everyone, because I was worried. Maybe it is for those who finished school, those who have experience in business. So very humbly, as I was, I decided to get a hold of the NeoLife opportunity. But most importantly, what happened was I attended training. Every training that there was to do, I was there. And everything that I was told, I put into practice, whether it worked or not. But as long as someone mentioned it in training, I put it into practice. And guess what happened? My business began to grow. In my first month of business, I made close to maybe about 5,000. No, not 5,000. Maybe about 2,500 Kenyan shillings as profit. Now, for me, at that time, I had never, ever made such money in my life. I was so excited. I actually got my first customer by doing a demonstration. And when I did this demonstration for this friend of mine, she told me that my mom has a catering service and will be very interested in that kind of product. When I went to talk to this lady, the mother of my friend, she bought a 25-liter jerry can of LDC. Now, LDC is one of our fantastic products. I was happy. I was excited. This was proof that if I talk to more people, if I engage more people, maybe I could make more money. Surprisingly, I made some more profit. And at the end of the month, I received my first bonus. My first bonus was about 727 Kenyan shillings, which is an equivalent of about 24,000 Ugandan shillings. Let me tell you what excited me about this check. It was a check. Yeah, it was a check, and I was going to study banking and finance. I thought maybe people who earned checks had worked for such a long time. And here I was, 19 years of age. I got my first check. In fact, I photocopied it and I kept it. And I kept on showing it to everybody because of the excitement. Second month in business, my commission came from 727 Kenyan shillings to about 2,425 Kenyan shillings. I was super happy to the point that my check even got lost. I used to move with it everywhere to show people my progress because I was a student, and people are thinking, okay, so Janet, what are you doing? What is exciting you? Well, I had started a business that was beginning to give me some very good profits. 4 months down the road, I had built a business that was giving me an income in commission alone of about 27,103 Kenyan shillings. Now, for all the people who are on this call tonight, I do not know what the situation is in Kenya or in other countries, but I will tell you here in Uganda, that is the money that our junior lecturers were getting as a salary at the university. And I was very humbled because every time I went to class, I was so confident that I would even give a wrong answer. After all, I was making the same amount of money as our junior lecturers. So it gave me so much confidence. I was so excited. I was an ordinary student in the university living an extraordinary life. I continued doing this business part-time as a student, and I'll honestly tell you, and all my friends will tell you the same, I was at the university. I was using all my free time to do the business. If I was not in class, I was in business. I was seeing a customer. I was doing training. I literally did not have a social life at the university. So when I had done the business for 1 year and about 1 year and a half, my business had grown and I was earning an income of about 1.8 million Ugandan shillings, which is an equivalent of about 54,571. Now, I'll tell you something that happened that year. I was 20 years of age. I was in my second year, first semester. I bought myself a car. I imported a car from Japan, and I used to drive and park with my lecturers. So it was quite interesting. It was, many people used to think maybe the car was for my father, and they had all these kinds of comments. But the personal satisfaction I got was the fact that I had worked hard in this business and I had made money and I had bought myself a car. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because I know so many teachers, so many lecturers, so many, different people who have different professions, who work even for 40 years, but they don't even have a bicycle. So this opportunity can give you a chance, you, the person on the call, you, an ordinary person, to live an extraordinary life. So I continued doing this business part-time as a student. By the time I finished my 3-year course, I was making close to about 197,000 Kenyan shillings every month. I was 22 years of age, and I remember I was making some very good money. I would make profit, I would make money, and I really didn't have a lot that I needed to use this money for. So what I would do is every month I decided to buy a plot of land. Actually, that year I bought a plot of land in January, in February, in March, and by the end of the year I had 4 plots of land, courtesy of the NeoLife opportunity. So I remember at that point in time, I had finished school, and one of the best days in my life was the 21st of January 2009. That is the day I graduated from Makerere University with a bachelor's degree in commerce, majoring in banking and finance. But one of the highlights of that day is I made a sharp decision to retire on my graduation day. Why? Because if I was to go and work in the bank as an entrant, I would have to work for 7 months, 8 months, 9 months to make the money I was making in 1 month from this opportunity. So I made a sharp decision to retire on my graduation day. And today I can proudly tell you that I am a retired banker and I've never looked for any kind of employment. Now, when I graduated from the university, I decided I am going to do this business full time, because then I was putting in 2 to 3 hours a day. What about if I attempted to put in 12 hours a day? That is 4 times the effort. 1 year down the road, this is 2009 that we are talking about. By the December 2010, after going full force, I was able to make an income of about 545,000 Kenyan shillings 1 year down the road. That simply means that I almost, tripled, actually multiplied by, tripled or multiplied by 4 my income. I was 23 years of age. Now, I do not know how many people in Kenya earn that amount of money at the age of 23. So the reason I'm sharing with you is to show you that it is possible for you, because I did not have anything special about me. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I did the basics, just like they have explained to us today. So this opportunity has done wonders for me. I remember by the time I was 25 years of age, my business had grown. I remember this was just before I got married, because I got married at the age of 26 in the year 2011. But by the year 2010, I remember I hit a check of 1,091,000 Kenyan shillings in 1 month. Yeah, I was 25 years of age. And this was a few months before I got married. My business was exploding. It was working, and it is still working up to today. So I'm very, very excited, because I'm an ordinary person. And I think the reason you have been invited on this call today is to show you that we have a world of possibilities. Something that you can do today, and you leave a legacy for your children's children. In the year 22 years of age, and we came #1 in the world. And I remember the company recognized us in a place called Zanzibar, the Neptune Pwani Beach. And with that, we got a check. I actually got a check of about 5,357,500 Kenyan shillings, which was about $50,000. Today, the house that we are living in today the money that we used to buy the land, 3 acres, we got it from that money that we won in that incentive. So where on earth does a 25-year-old, 26-year-old, get such money, buying a prime plot in Kampala and later start building, to live in this area? So I am so privileged and so humbled because I am one of those people who are a true testimony of the NeoLife opportunity. So what am I trying to say? One of the greatest benefits that we have got from this opportunity is what we call financial freedom. Financial freedom simply means making more money than you can spend, okay? And it is possible for you. The second benefit we've got from this opportunity is good health for our family and our friends. I'll share with you a very interesting story. My mother was born asthmatic. When she was in school, she used to be called Millie Small, okay? And she was always sickly. She used to wear sweaters in her neck and used to wheeze. She never used to go for sports. She never used to bathe cold water. You've seen those asthmatic kids in boarding school, So that is how my mother was. She used to move with Ventolin and inhaler in her bag all the time because she needed to be ready for the next attack. When she was introduced to the NeoLife product, she started taking products randomly because I can't even tell you this is what she took and this is what she took. She would take Pro Vitality, TriNN, Herbal Respiratory, all the products. Can you believe 6 months down the road, she had forgotten she had asthma? This is a lady who would be admitted in hospital, put on oxygen, always in inhalers, Ventolin, and all those kinds of things. She literally forgot she has asthma. It has been so many years she has never gotten asthma attack. So one of the things that I'm grateful to God for is the opportunity to have good health for my family and my friends. The other benefit that I've got from this opportunity is what we call personal development. Personal development is the person you become in the process of building your business. And I will surely tell you, so many opportunities have come along my way because of personal development. A few years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, I was, appointed to be an ambassador at the African Union just because of sharing my business story. I've had an opportunity to represent the whole of East Africa, East and Central Africa in Addis Ababa twice. I've had an opportunity to share my story to presidents. I've had an opportunity to fly to Niger in Niamey and shared my story on a platform for the whole world because of NeoLife. And out of that, I've got so many people who come to me at the end of the sharing and ask me, so Janet, what do you do? How can we be a part of it? So that's how I've managed to build business in Zambia, in Tanzania, in different countries, and I've met them at such forums. I've had an opportunity to join boards of big corporate companies because of my experience and my story in NeoLife. NeoLife has given me an opportunity to be trusted to lead different entities and different organizations. People call me as an advisor because of my NeoLife story. So that is what we call personal development. I've had chance to share my story on big platforms all over the world. Physically, people pay. I've had an opportunity to even travel to Liverpool just to share my story with the top 1,000 most successful women in business all over the world. So what we are talking about today is not a joke. This is an opportunity that can turn around your entire life. Now, the other benefit that I've got from this business is I have been able to travel, and I wanted to end with this. And at this point in time, allow me to share my screen because today I came home early and I wanted, people in Africa, I don't know, we say in Uganda, but I think all over Africa, we are the same. We believe when we see, yeah? So when you tell somebody that, this opportunity can do this for you, they have some little bit of doubt. So I got home early today because I wanted to share my screen so that you can have a feel of what it is like to do this NeoLife business and do it well. So kindly allow me to share my screen in just a minute. Okay. Okay. I hope you can all see my screen now.
Yes, we can.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Wow. So Andrew is my husband. Like you can see on the screen, Andrew was my first distributor. In my first month of business, I talked to 182 people about the NeoLife opportunity, of which 181 said no. And Andrew is the only person who said yes. So I think we started the business in 2005. And in the year 2011, we got married. We were doing the business together as students. We later got married, and today we've been able to do this business for a total of 16 years together. So for many people who don't know Andrew, that is Andrew. Then I will tell you, when I started this business, I remember I was invited for my very first trip to go to Kenya, to Nairobi, to attend what we call the East African Convention. When I went for the East African Convention, I saw Kenyans, I saw Tanzanians. In fact, I cried in the room. I saw people who had changed their lives, people who had made a positive difference. And I said, but why? Why is it that in Uganda we are not doing well? And that was the first step. I remember I came back, worked so hard, became what we call a director, Emerald director, and the company invited me for my very first trip to the Windsor Golf and Country Club. Now, Windsor Golf and Country Club is in Nairobi, but I'm sure there are many people in Nairobi who have never been there. And I'll honestly tell you that I have been to the Windsor 6 times, and I don't even know how much the company pays for the Windsor. But I have been there, and the very first time I was there, I had an opportunity to spend time and have breakfast with then the Secretary General of the UN, the late Kofi Annan. That was my very first time to go to the Windsor, and I met Kofi Annan. So you can imagine, NeoLife is going to elevate you and take you to places. So after the Windsor, my first trip ever to go, out of East Africa was Cape Town. And it was exciting because I was a geography student. I used to study about these places, Canadian prairies, New York, what? We used to study about all these places, but I wondered, shall we ever get there anyway? But I thank God for the NeoLife opportunity. And in the month of June, I will be taking my 64th trip in NeoLife. Next month, we shall be leaving Uganda and I'll be taking my 64th trip in NeoLife. So for those who are on the call and would like to travel all around the world, and at that for free, NeoLife is the place to be. So I just got some pictures, some old pictures, and I felt it would be nice for me to share. Now, we had an opportunity to go to Sun City. I think it was in 2010. And I will tell you, Sun City, there's a place called the Palace of the Lost City in Sun City. South Africa was hosting the World Cup. It was hosting the World Cup. And then there were different hotels. There was the Palace of the Lost City, which is top notch. There was the Sun City Hotel, which is second in command, the Caskets and the Cabanas. So that is the hierarchy. Now, NeoLife booked out the palace for us who were staying in the Palace of the Lost City. Then the FIFA officials, if you see in the right-hand corner at the bottom, the FIFA officials were sleeping in a hotel called the Sun City hotel. And every evening we'll take a walk and go to this hotel. And people ask, what do you do? First of all, the palace is so expensive. You people booked it out. And guess what? They had booked it out for us, Janet, Uganda. Oh my God, it was exciting. So I'll never ever forget this trip, Sun City. Then we've had an opportunity to travel to places like Abu Dhabi. And of course, when you have dinner at the Emirates Palace, you are treated like a king and a queen. I remember at that time we had an opportunity to sip on wine, eat food, a plate of food, $400. Where on earth would I have got this opportunity? We've had opportunities to be in places like Mauritius, most especially with our team, people who were traveling for the very first time. I had an opportunity to be in Rome. Now, Rome, the Vatican, if you're a Catholic and you are on this call, this is a place that I personally wanted to visit. We walked on the streets that existed 200 years before Christ was born. Now, this is all because of the NeoLife opportunity. We also had an opportunity to spend time with the founder himself after winning the #1 award in Cabo San Lucas with our entire family. We had an opportunity to visit, go snooker diving, doing all those games that people do on water, and it was such a wonderful experience. Actually, this trip cost the company close to about, I think, over $200,000 to take a team of 8 people to enjoy life and spend time with the founder and his daughter, who came flying their own private jet. So this is what NeoLife has done for us. In the left-hand corner at the top, that is me and my father, because you can do this business as a family. Then at the bottom, that is me, my father, my brother-in-law, my mother. All of them are world team members and president's team members in this business. We had an opportunity to go to places like Hawaii. That is with my younger sister, at the time. So you can travel as a family, you can have fun, you can enjoy. We have been to Dubai more than 4 times. We have been to also the Texas Lakewood Church. We have met Mr. Joel Osteen, For some of us who are Christians and love motivation, that is Mr. Joel Osteen. We've had an opportunity to be at the Ferrari World, the Yas Water World Center, some of these places that we would have never been. And as I close off my sharing, I would like to end with this humble story. When we started the business in 2005, I sponsored Andrew into the business, Andrew, my husband. Then Andrew sponsored a friend of his who was with him in high school called David. Now, David was a medical student. We started together when we were in our Form 6 vacation. When he started the business, he built his business up to what we call the world team. And after London, because in 2008, we had an opportunity to travel to London. And after London, he was involved in a terrible accident that actually claimed his life. So David was a friend of ours. At the time he died, he was 23 years of age, and he had built a business up to 1 Ruby Direct. Fast forward, it has been now 13 years down the road. The business that David left today, 13 years down the road, pays his mother and his brother. He has been earning close to 3, 4, 5 times what he was earning at the time of his death. Now, this, if the travel is not going to impress you, if the money is not going to impress you, if you're not interested in good health, if you're not interested in all the things that we have talked about today, at least remember this story. So if you want to leave a legacy for your children, this is the opportunity. We have seen it happen in David's family. Today, the mother has been able to buy herself a car. She has been able to build apartments. She has been able to change her life entirely because of a business that her son left for her. In Uganda, it is very, very rare that a child leaves, something for the parents. It's usually the other way around. So for all the people who are on the call today, if you have never ever taken this business seriously, today is a day for you to rethink your life. It is a day for you to reset. It is a day for you to press the reset button, to charge, to make a decision and say, you know what, kama mbaya, I am going to stop living in my comfort zone and I am going to change my life. But it is all going to start with a decision. It is going to start with you. So I'm so excited to be sharing my story, and I hope it has been able to inspire one or two people on this call to make a choice to start a new chapter in their life today. So I would like to wish you the very best, more than I even wish for myself, and to tell you that if Janet can do it, you can do it. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Janet. I love the way you are so fired until you are speaking in Swahili. Well done. Thank you so much. We will not add a single thing to what you have done. Wow. And you've touched lives, literally. And I assure you, in as much as maybe there is one or two who might not have really bought the idea, majority of our guests will be taking a new direction from today, and they will live to remember you, and their stories will be built upon your story. Thank you so much. I look forward to more interactions. I can see people are asking how they can join right away. And we are saying this, you only need to pay 8,970 through PayBill number. The person who invited you here, they will give you the PayBill number, pay and get started. And you know what? If less than 10,000 Kenya shillings can help you to be earning what Janet is earning and travel the world the way she has traveled. Ladies and gentlemen, what is 8,970? Let's grab the opportunity. Let's fly with it. Let's change the world and we leave legacy. Thank you so much, everyone. Our next session like this will be on Monday at 8 p.m. Please invite everyone who you think wishes to have a good life, and an extraordinary life, and let's change lives, and God will always bless us. Thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend. Until we meet again, bye-bye, and see you at the beaches of